Hey everyone, did you make your snowman block? Are you ready to move on? Let's do it. Hey everyone, Cristin here, and we are continuing with our Winter Stash Buster Challenge. So tell me, did you make your snowman? Did you see that I gave a little challenge within the video yesterday? The one to do 3 different buttons, or really just 1 different button. Did you notice that in the video? Did you see that people are posting snowmen with the 1 different button? So that was the thing is I'm trying to include little things to stretch us just a little bit, just a tiny bit in the beginning to get us thinking outside the box and trying some different things. So yesterday was the snowman, and as you can see, I used metallic thread, and I have a different colored button in the center, and we had to use a different technique to make that work. I also used variegated thread on his hat, and actually I think I should have used a contrasting color, but still very cute as a little pom-pom on the hat. So today is a very easy one. Today we are going to do the snowflake. It's just a very simple snowflake. So let's just go over the basics real quick. I haven't cut my fabric yet. I'm trying to hurry before hubby gets home and gets very loud. So I am going to use this darker blue with snowflake fabric on as my background for the fabric. So you want to think about the fabrics that are going to be next to each other. So I mentioned this yesterday. You can use a plain fabric on all of your blocks. You can use something that is going to be contrasting to give more color to your pillow. You can do something that all works together with your main background fabric, or not background, but your main color scheme. So you can see mine goes well together. So that's what I'm going to use. So on your background fabric for block 2, you're going to cut this to 6.5 by 6.5 for your block. And then we have 1 applique piece, 1 simple applique piece. And we're going to cut that 1 applique piece to 5 by 5. So I'm going to use glitter vinyl. So this is the Kimberbell glitter vinyl that you take off the top layer if you decide to use glitter. So you can use fabrics, you can use felt, you can use fleece, you can use glitter, and there's a lot of different kinds of glitter. And so just be open to whatever works for your main color scheme. So I'm going to do white, just a plain white snowflake because I have a pretty busy background. If you don't have a busy background, you could go for a really decorative fabric for your snowflake. That would be super cute. Whatever works for you. So one thing I want to point out is there are, on most of these designs on either the CD or the direct download from Kimberbell, most of them have 3 designs. So you're going to make sure to choose the right design for that block. So for our snowflake, we are going to do the 4 by 4 design. And if you look on the CD or the box, it has a satin stitch. But if I recall from the directions, the 4 by 4 version will have like a zigzag stitch. I don't remember exactly what it was called, but it's not a satin stitch on the smaller one. And that's okay. We need a 4 by 4 block. So we're going to use the snowflake in 4 by 4 for this design. So real quick, just a reminder, the items that you need to participate in this challenge, you need a Kimberbell Winter Volume 1. So look through your CDs. If you have this, great, you're all set. If not, it's in the Kimberbell Vault. It's a direct download. You get your files immediately, direct download from Kimberbell's Vault. And then you also need the Lucky Us pillow, which is also in the vault. So that's a new design, but it's in the vault. I think it was on page 3. There is a link underneath this video for all the items that you need. There's a supply list, and I also have been creating a PDF file that has the size requirements for each day. So like your fabric size block, so what you're going to cut and all the information. And that is I loaded it to our Cristin Creates group. And so you can just download that, and I'm going to just keep updating it every time we have a new day, a new block. If you're not on Facebook, you can write down the directions. You can do a screenshot from YouTube where I have a picture of the requirements for that day. So really easy block today, Snowflake. We are going to need a 4x4 quilting design. I have not chosen my quilting design yet. I'm going to look through on the Kimberbell website the ones that I have and what will be cute with this block. Keep in mind that since I have a busier fabric, I'm not really going to see it all that well, so I'm kind of leaning towards swirl. That's on our CBTs. And like I mentioned yesterday, you don't have to have the CBTs for this. Kimberbell in the orange section has a ton of different designs, and since we're making a winter pillow, we want a winter quilting design or a basic one like plaid or orange peel or lines, whatever. Any of them will work. So 4x4, I don't have any added challenges on this one. Kind of thinking about it, but for now, do your snowflake. Like I said, I'm going to use glitter. So if you haven't used glitter before, that would be something new for you. Just make sure to take off the top coating of the Kimberbell glitter, and then, like I'll show in the directions, you iron it down with a pressing cloth before you run the whatever stitch that's going to be. I think it is like a zigzag stitch, if I recall. But anyway, snowflake block, I can't wait to see them. Hey everyone, so I had a couple of people ask about the background fabrics, what's going to touch what, and that's a good question. So we are doing them in the order, the same order that is on the Lucky Us directions. So if you look, number 1 block on the Lucky Us was the, it's like a vase holding some flowers, and then number 2 is the clover that is right next to it, shamrock or clover, whatever you call it, next to it. So that's block 1 and block 2. Ours is block 1 is the snowman with tall hat, and then right next to it, number 2 is going to be our snowflake. So yes, these are going to touch. All right, so if you wanted them all the same, or you want to make sure to have them separate, I will always mention that they're going to go together, and what's going to, so that you can try and plan out your color scheme. Because like I mentioned in yesterday's video, I want mine to be different. So obviously I am not going to want a gray and a gray together, because I want mine to be different. So I am going to try and spruce it up a little bit that way. It's totally optional. You can have, like I said before, all of yours one plain background, or you can do like I'm doing and have them be different. Whatever works for you. It also depends on how many fabrics that you have, but keep in mind that they're small pieces, right? That's why I was saying this is a Stash Buster challenge. You don't need to have a big yard of one fabric unless that's how you want to do it. Totally up to you. But yes, they will, the block 1 and block 2 will touch. All right, I hope that helps. Also, since block 1 and block 2 are up at the top, that means it also will touch the inner border. So we haven't gotten that far. I haven't even started to think about what my inner border will be. Most likely, I'll probably do a pretty plain color, since I'm using more decorative fabrics for my blocks. So just think ahead. We're not anywhere near that point yet, but yeah, these two will touch our inner border, so you can start thinking about your inner border if you choose. Hey everyone, so I've decided I'm going to use Winter 1 for my quilting today. And there was a little discussion yesterday about Winter 1 versus Winter. 2 different designs. So Winter 1 is the one with snowflakes and lines. There's lines and then like snowflakes on the lines. And then Winter is exclusive to the clear blue tiles set. So on the clear blue tiles, that's the one I used yesterday with the swirls and the snowflakes. So I'm going to do Winter 1 today for my snowflake block. And like I said, it's lines and then snowflakes. And it comes in horizontal or vertical. So just choose whatever works for you. I am going to do the vertical, which means that the lines go down this way and then they're snowflakes versus the lines going this way. Either one works great. Choose what you want. And a real quick reminder of hoop size. So I'm using my 5x7 hoop. This is a 4x4 block, but you can't do it in a 4x4 hoop. It has to be 5x7 or larger. And like I mentioned yesterday, I think it was, maybe the one before that, the reason is because of that basting stitch. So the basting stitch is a 1/2 inch larger with a 1/4 inch seam allowance on each side. So that's why it doesn't fit in a 4x4 hoop. So just grab your 5x7 hoop and do this 4x4 block. Like I mentioned, 6.5 by 6.5 for your main background fabric, and then 5x5 for your snowflake fabric. I'm going to use glitter vinyl. You can use fabric, fleece, whatever, and let's go ahead and get started. And one more reminder, I am using Kimberbell Project Batting and Kimberbell Light Mesh Cutaway. This is for in my hoop, and then fusible backing is what I have on the back of all of my fabrics, not on the vinyl. If you're using vinyl, don't put any backing on it, but just on your the back of your fabric, so the back. And for your batting today, since our quilting design is 4x4, that means we want batting that's at least 5x5. As you saw yesterday, we're going to cut it. We've got the box that will come as part of the design. So it's step 1 is the placement for the batting. Step 2 is the tack down of the batting, and then we trim it. So it really doesn't matter what size it is, but you want it large enough that it will catch for the tack down stitch. So at least 5x5 works great. I almost forgot, shirt today. So this says, Let It Snow. I think it was Urban Designs, and it is cute, and how fun for a snowflake design that we're working on today. So it's a light gray shirt. I bought it at Fred Meyer, but I might look on Amazon and see if I can get something cute for you, because this is a really fun design. It comes through as the parts that are not quilt or embroidered, so you can see the lettering through the parts that are not quilted. And then, yes, of course, you know me, I added some bling. I used blue and regular rhinestone bling for it. I think it's so fun. So that's my shirt today. I hope you like it. Don't forget, you can use any quilting design you want that is 4x4 today. I have transferred the winter one vertical to my USB stick. That's what I'm going to use, but you can use any 4x4 quilting design. One quick thing that should be noted is that the quilting design for the snowflake block, you're not going to see very much of it, just so you know. I pulled a few of them up in software to be able to see which one I liked best, and you really don't see very much of it, so just keep that in mind. One of the ones that goes to the edge might be really good. I'm doing this winter one, and I pulled up swirls, and you didn't see very much of the swirl, so choose whatever you want, but just keep that in mind. When you choose your thread for the snowflake, be warned that since we're not doing a satin stitch, you want to use a thread color that is going to go with your snowflake. That's all. So tell me, do you listen to television while you're in your craft room working on a project? So I have these, I just got them not too long ago, because remember I told you that my husband and I share a wall, and it's the wall that his big TV is on. It's pretty painful. So anyway, I got these earbud things that don't have to go over my head and don't block out all the other noises, but I can hear the television while my machine is running. I think they're pretty great, and they just go around my neck so I can pull it out when I'm using it, when I'm not using it, and they're pretty cool. I'm curious, what do you use? I used light gray for my quilting, and then I switched to bright white by Glide for my snowflake. But if I had to do it over again, I would do pink or some other color. That yellow would be great. Something that would stand out just for under the, so that I can place, for my placement stitch for my glitter. You can see it's pretty hard to tell what's what. But I know it's in the center. It's not a hard thing to do. But if you're having any trouble, you could always just use a different color for the placement stitch. But then I do recommend for the tack down stitch that you use the color that you want for your snowflake, because otherwise it will show, because we don't have a satin stitch on the 4x4 design. Okay, now we're going to cut it down to 4.5 by 4.5. And like I told you yesterday, I always turn mine upside down so that I can see the 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way around. So just move your ruler around to where it needs to be, where it looks like it is pretty centered by having your seam allowance all the way around. And then get your rotary cutter. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use my mat this time to show you how easy it is on a mat too. All right, so rotary mat, fabric turned right side down, measure or center it in a way that you've got your 1/4 inch all the way around. Alright, and then we are going to cut. So you're pushing against the side of the mat, the ruler. So like I said, if you're right-handed, you start on the left, and when you get your rotary cutter in there, you just push it. So same thing on this side, you're going to push it against this ruler. Get it into the channel, push it against the ruler, and then you can turn your rotary mat to do the other two sides, the top and the bottom, really. Ta-da! How easy is that? I love the pop rollers. They work really well for me. So as long as you know how to use them, I think they'll work great for you too. And I'm loving hearing about your challenges for the year, for your goals for the year. I did a 63-mile bike ride today. I'm pretty proud of it and pretty tired. But part of it was with a group, and so that was fun. The first 20 miles was with a group, and that's always fun. And then the rest, I just cranked it out and worked at it, and my bum was going, get off of this bike. But I did it. So anyway, let me know how your challenges are going. I love hearing about it. We are all working on bettering ourselves, being the best us that we can be. I think that that is awesome, to not just get complacent and to always be trying to learn new things and trying to be better at different things, have a better, healthier lifestyle, and keeping organized. I saw a bunch of people bought several things from my Amazon links that are down below the video, and so I can see that you're working on your organization this year, and I love seeing that. Someone asked to see my puppies, so I'm gonna let you see what they're like. Archer, Lily, always at the ready. Hello, puppy puppies. Are you so cute? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. They are both rescues. This is Lily. She's little. And Archer's our big boy. Don't forget to subscribe and like the channel. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think.